Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the night after Christmas. I don't know that Christmas post Eve, and welcome. I'm excited to see what else Spirit has for us this amazing day. So, hope you had a wonderful day, wonderful night, wherever you're at in the world. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. And if you'd like to join me, I would more than welcome that. And whether you're watching this live or on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time because the love energy, it is outside of space and time. So I'm just going to take a big breath and come back to right here, right now in this moment. Just love that love to cascade down into our heart and fill that up and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love tonight for your heart, your mind, your body, a loved one, a situation, relationship, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, and thanks for being here this evening. So glad to have you here. And let me just do a couple little quick things here, and we'll get going on readings. And I just want to post, of course, this week we have the Mercury retrograde is going full blown retrograde. Right now we're in the pre-shadow, which is when it starts to slow before it appears that we're going backwards. So here is this week's weekly energy update. If you haven't checked those out yet, it does talk about that in there. And like it says, what self-talk and communication around our worth, our life purpose, our career is helpful to revisit. So you can check that out. And then also, this will be the final week of the 30-minute free personal recorded reading giveaway, which does have to do with that weekly energy update. So here's the link to the giveaway playlist, which at the very top, there is a video, which I could have just done that. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. This would be the actual video. I should delete this other one here. So that's the actual video for that. And I think that's the only ones I want to talk about right now, um, before we get started on the actual readings. So you can check that out. I can't believe we're within a week away from 2023 already. Can you believe it? This time is just flying by. Just going to get the chat all set up here in my screen so I can see everything, and we'll get started on the readings. And of course, today, the first of the January readings came out. Today is water signs. Tomorrow is fire signs, like midnight tonight. Fire signs will come out. And then air signs on Wednesday and earth signs on Friday. So all of the 2023 readings will be coming out. So be sure to keep an eye out for those. This one is about the one thing that Spirit wanted you to know right now about 2023, and also the 1-1 portal, which is called the Magician's Gateway, is what they wanted to call it. What sparks on the other side of that as well. So kind of two things in the monthly reading, a different approach to this monthly reading than normal. So be sure to check those out too. All right. Hey, Renee, thank you so much for a donation already. And so that's a good segue too, to let you know that if you do want to make sure that your reading is prioritized and done next, then just a donation with the super chat, or in the pinned comment at the top, it does have my Venmo and my PayPal if you prefer those. And then I step out of line of doing free readings and complete the donation ones because I do honor that energy exchange between us. And then we jump back into line and continue to go down in order in the chat. So that's how it works. So let me just clear that out and we will get started. So, Renee, you are up first, and I am going to use the Naked Heart Tarot this evening. And you would like anything concerning regarding health, specifically reproductive health, or are you overreacting? Okay, we can definitely look into that. And of course, whenever anything medical, legal, anything like that comes up, we have to do a disclaimer that tarot should not really, replace consulting um, licensed professionals. It's for entertainment purposes. We just have to say that in the United States. So that has been said. All right. Hello, Richwick. All right. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say about your health here. All right. Let's see what we got here. We do have the Ace of Swords starting off. And the Ace of Swords, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations. And it's about seeing things from a higher perspective. You do also have the Judgment card here, which is about your higher self and communicating with your higher self, in this. So, um, like fears, one of the biggest things is, with when our body fears, when we go into fear mode, our body is such a huge self-healing machine that when we're in fear or anxiety, so much happens with the fight or flight mode that our body shuts down things, shuts down our immune system. It impacts reproductive systems. It floods our whole body, our nervous system with adrenaline. Our heart starts beating faster, blood rushes from our brain to go to our arms and legs to fight. So there's so much dis-ease in our life, especially emotionally, that it does impact our bodies. And so, when we look at these things, I mean, definitely follow your heart, follow your I mean, he's got the naked heart. Follow your heart, and definitely if you have concerns, it just helps peace of mind. Even if if it's in the back of your mind and you're just like, I don't know, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? It's just better to go get it checked out, and then it just gets it off of your mind, and then you can have peace about it. Otherwise, if you have anxiety and it's in there and it's bubbling up, it can impact your body. It can almost be like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I know if you know when we fear things, that energy also draws things to us. So yeah, I know, right? I know it's crazy these days. It's like, oh, the next appointment available is 3 months from now and stuff. It's just like, what? What's going on? We need more doctors or more getting to the root of why we're all so sick, right? Which I believe is fear. It's my personal belief. But yeah, the Spirit of Cups. So balancing heart and mind is coming in there too. And then the Four of Cups, which is just in the meantime, try to focus as much as you can on connecting. I mean, because they both have the Ace of Cups here and the Ace of Cups here. The purpose of both of the Ace of Cups and both of these cards is allowing yourself to fill up with unconditional love, and it fills up and it overflows out, and so no matter what happens in our life, our life is not out of control. The creator doesn't go, oh, what happened? What's going on with Renee? What's going on with Bretta Zen? We don't know what's happening. They know everything, and they know everything is unfolding on purpose for a purpose. And when we just um like you are doing what you can do, And in the meantime, um, we surrender. We just move from fear to gratitude and focus on what are we grateful for. I was reading something because every once in a while, especially when you get older, like you'll wake up and my foot will hurt or my leg will hurt or my shoulder will hurt for no apparent reason what at all. It's just like, all right, so this is how it is. And but if I focus in on the pain, and that makes, it just makes it worse in a way. Whereas if I just go, okay, thank you for the awareness of this, and I'm going to focus on joy and unconditional love, and just focus my energy, that expands and this kind of minimizes and gets smaller and smaller. So I do like that. I read somewhere too, it was funny. It said, whenever we're in pain, it's sometimes that's the closest that we are to the creator and the other side, because usually otherwise we're so distracted just by life, and we're so easily pulled out into the drama and stuff of going on, that sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you exist. But when we're in pain or having conflict or something in our lives, we're like, hey, which we're like, the creator doesn't do stuff to us to get our attention. It's just how the human works. We're like, I'm very glad I'm aware of you right now. So I feel like that I didn't get any huge concerns that popped up on here, but definitely following your heart is an important piece of that. In fact, I do want to read that. The Naked Heart card is specific to this deck. And of course, the first readings when it comes out. And it's called the uh, Tended Heart Warrior. And it says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. And as I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and my purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. And when I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. The crystal recommendation to go along with that card is Aqua Aura Quartz. And the little Luna moth that's on the card whispers, you are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. So I like that for that as well. All right. So that is what they have for you right now regarding that. So I know it's not an absolute answer, but that's what they have for you at this time. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And hang in there. We're sending you lots and lots of love and light to you. I didn't get any bad vibes or energy on that, but you know, the spirit world, they don't freak out about things anyway. They know everything is unfolds perfectly, and that it's us going through the experience that get to decide what story and what emotion we want to feel as we go through things. So, they're just like, just follow your heart, follow your gut. You're going through the experience. You're not alone. You're supported. But what's going to unfold is going to unfold, and it's going to be perfect. But that's the future. In this moment right now, you have everything you need right here, right now. And that's where we come back to, and where we live. So I like that. All right. So many, many blessings to you. I did get a donation here. Hey, Spring, thank you so much. And you are very welcome for the love. Did you have a question? Let me see here. So I don't see a question listed. Do you have a question, Spring? I'd be happy to pull some cards for you here. Absolutely. So a general reading for the next week. Let's see what they have going on here. All right. Well, you do have some interesting cards here, which are not interesting good cards. Because you have the Heart of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords, and she, of course, rules over the air, but also has, some water. So she balances both heart and mind. And with the Six of Swords here, swords, of course, are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And these things are changing. You're leaving some old ways of thinking behind and moving into some new ones, which does take you from a place of, rough waters into calmer waters. So, whatever is kind of um, shaking and rattling, it's to bring up the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets, the fears of losing conditional love. It's bringing it in to show you those things, those old beliefs that no longer serve you, to move into something that's more flowing for you. Because you also have the movement of wands, which is the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. New passion, new desire, new drive, fast movement, a lot of energy coming in next week. So there is this, um, with this release of a fear, flood of energy comes in. It's like as soon as you're able to like question, why do I feel this way? Why do I expect this? Things fall away. It opens up this floodgate of energy, but I kind of feel like some emotion too, because you do have the Lovers card that pops in and the Heart of Cups. And the Heart of Cups is the Queen of Cups, who not only rules over water, but also has extra water. So double water. So with both queens, you've got three water, one mind. And so there is this emotional change that's happening here. The Lovers can mean, um, romance or, kind of partnership of some kind. Can also mean emotional choice, though. If you're at a crossroads and you're needing to make a choice around something, this is definitely saying to bring in this power that you have, with the Ace of Wands too, that you get to choose what something means, but you also get to choose what you feel as you go through it. Because really, the queens, here, if I put the queens on either side of this is the choice. The choices of story with the mind and emotions with the heart, on what you get to decide what something means. So, if it does have to do with romance, then here we go. But it can be emotional choice too. So, but there's these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that are, I was going to say, screwing with your mind. So, your guides are being a little sassy, but it's they're just, this old mindset has just been stubborn for so long. I feel this is the week that it finally just goes, you know what, I'm letting it go. I see it for what it is and what it is not. It's an old belief, an old opinion, an old fear, and I'm ready to let it go. And I'm not going to allow myself to choose the old ways of thinking, the old ways of feeling about it. I am making a conscious choice to create a new habit around this specific thing. So I do like that for you. I mean, it feels very freeing and very, like I said, it just feels like, um, it's like a something stuck in a hose, when it won't flow. And it's just like the pressure builds up, the pressure builds up, the pressure builds up, and finally it just shoots out, and then all of the flow keep, just unloads and goes in. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I like it. So, yeah, so I do like that for you. It just feels like whatever's been stuck, you're just done. You're just sick and tired of feeling stuck, of being weighed down by this thing. It's like a huge sandbag holding a hot air balloon down, and you just chop it, and then the hot air balloon just goes because that's the thing that's been holding it down the most. So I like that for you, Spring. So I'm excited to see what happened. What's going on? But that's what they have for you. So again, thank you so much for your donation. I do honor that energy exchange. So many blessings to you. All right. So that looks like all of the donations. So we will start with the first free reading, which would be to Valverde. And you want to know, what does the universe want you to know from spirit? All right. Let's take a look here and see what we have going on here. All right. Wow. Okay. So you do see here there's, the 10 of cups is about emotional fulfillment that will be coming in. The thing that they want you to look at to help you get there is this 5 of pentacles, because the fives are numbers of change, of movement, from seeing things one way and seeing it another. The 5 of pentacles starts off with these feelings of like abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind, feeling like when you depend on people in the outside world that they let you down. They don't bring you what you feel you needed, which is really what you wanted in the moment. And so you just feel this fear of being let down, fear again of being left behind, of having someone withdraw their support from you when you don't do what they want you to do, or they freak out, or whatever happens. But the beautiful change that happens with that is that you go from depending on the outside world and human characters to bring you what you feel you need in each moment, to realizing that it's the higher source, it's the creator, mother and father of all things, source, whatever you believe, your higher power to be, that it's they that bring us what we need, what we truly need, maybe not what we want, what our ego wants, or what all future needs, in this moment, so we feel safe. It's they bring us, and they always will bring us what we need in each moment. And so, we build up this trust and this understanding that unlike humans who will withdraw their love, their conditional love from us, we have eternal, unconditional love from them, meaning it never ends, it's eternal, and it's unconditional. Nothing we can do to lose it. And they always want to give us what we need in each moment, and extra too. I mean, they're not a fickle old, person like, nope, nope, here's your penny. They want to give us a lot of abundance, which obviously with the 10 of cups here does come in as you change this viewpoint of that it's not humans that bring us what we need. They're just the delivery company. Sometimes things come to us not even by human hands. The creator can bring it any way they want to. A lot of times it does come through other humans, as the UPS and FedEx and post office, whatever it is, how we get it, it comes from them. And there's a great amount of emotional abundance that floods in when we let these fears go, when we really connect to the source of what we get in each moment, and we change that, and the trust builds, and then we stop just feeling like we're so empty-handed and having emptiness. And so I like that for you, Loverdy. There's a beautiful flooding of love that's coming in for you as you take your eyes off of the outside world, that it brings you what you need, and put it into proper context with it comes from above. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings for you there. I do have another donation coming in. Hey, Lori. So thank you for your donation. And good evening to you. Let me see here. And I don't see if did you ask a question earlier? Don't see one there yet. So if you want to pop down your question, I'll pull cards for you. Absolutely. And thank you so much for your donation. You are welcome, Spring. I don't think there was a question on the donation. Let me just make sure here. Oh, okay. Sorry. It did say general on there. You know, it happens as you get older. You just overlook things. So, Lori, you did want a general reading. So let me pull some cards for that. Let's see what Spirit has for you. So for Lori. Okay. Anything else? All right. All right. So whoa. Sorry, I almost knocked over my tea. We don't want to do that. Suddenly see smoke and the broadcast goes away. You're like, uh-oh. Okay, so Lori, you do have the movement of pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And I like that coming in here with the Four Pentacles and the Strength card, because these all definitely coincide and reinforce one another. Because the movement of Pentacles, all knights, this is a knight, the Knight of Pentacles and the Standard Tarot, they all are on a search. They're all on a just a quest. And this Knight of Pentacles is in search of this Ace of Pentacles, which is about their relation of their worth to the outside world. And the Four Pentacles is like the journey that helps the knight with this, because the Four Pentacles with the squirrel, they basically are searching for their worth in the outside world. You know, the Ace of Pentacles in the middle is the one that they're searching for, that they do find. But the other three pentacles are the outside world. We talk about that on here. In fact, I might have just mentioned it a little bit ago about you know, where the three pentacles of the outside world are relationships with people, whether family, friends, romantic, workmates, schoolmates, pets, whatever it might be, relationship, and then situations like job, education, things we can, situations we can get into, and then things like our body, our bank accounts, our possessions, you know, things in the outside world. Well, when Mr. Squirrel looks for his worth in the outside world, it's very unstable, because all those three things are unstable. You know, people change and they pass away. So relationships are not stable, they're not forever. Situations never stay the same, and things, we break down, it deteriorates, it blows up, it burns down, it's stolen, all unstable. And so when we eventually grow bored of that instability and we turn inward and upward, and that's where we find the what we've been looking for all along, which is basically what the Strength card is. Because the lion also, the lion is our human self, and there's usually a maiden, but they have this beautiful combination of human and angel, which is our human self with our higher self. And the lion self, our human, comes down and eats and drinks of all those things, and it becomes very desperate because none of those things fill it up. Just makes it even more thirsty and more hungry, it feels like. And eventually, like with us turning inward and upward, we connect with our higher self, and we find what we've been looking for all along, which is that unconditional love from above. And that's what brings this stability into our life, because we're defining ourselves by something that is eternal and unconditional, not something that's fickle and going all over the place on the outside. So there is this awareness that's coming in, this boredom, this dissatisfaction with the outside world that's really kicking in here for you, because you also have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So you're definitely in a questy kind of mode because you've got 2 knights going on here out of 5 cards. But you are where that knight searches for the Ace of Pentacles, this one searches for the, Ace of Swords that you actually do get here too. So the Ace of Swords, um, helps you connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, all that wisdom that's rooted in unconditional love and seeing things from that much, much higher and pure and trusting position. And it allows us to cut away, like if all these thoughts and all these beliefs, it allows us to cut those away. And it's all those things that we're taught in life, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. And so there is this whatever's coming here in your life right now, because obviously there's some shaking of your worth, some shaking of your thoughts and beliefs, and you're just like, I'm just tired of it. I just feel like I'm ready for something new. And that's why there's these two um nights, these 2 quests that's going on because you're just not satisfied in the outside world, and you're just tired of feeling these fears of this has had to be, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must, all these small t truths, and it's really shaking up your world, and you're ready um, for something new. You're just tired. You're just sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so this is unfolding perfectly for you because you're going on this quest, you have the desire, and that's the biggest I don't say it's just that's like half the battle. We'll put it that way. Half the battle is getting the knights, but it's the questing. It's like that I have a desire to do it. And because you're to this point, you're just like, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to leave behind these things and stop pursuing this. And you really are diving inward and upward for your worth and for higher knowledge because it's like you're tired of being let down by the outside world and all that stuff that's coming in. So I really like it for you. I know it can be I don't even feel like it's scary for you. You're just like, I'm just done. It almost feels, I don't say aggressive, but you're just like, ugh, I just done and I'm ready, and that's what it takes sometimes for us to just get to the point where our fears are outweighed by the ugly feeling of not being ourselves and feeling fulfillment. And I feel like that's where you're at. You're ready to because you just have had enough. So I do like it for you, and that's what they have for you right now. So thank you again so much for your donation, Lori. All right. Hey, Christy. Hello, Lotus. Everyone. Sorry, I won't say hi to everyone. I will continue on readings because that's what we're here for. I know. All right. So we had left off on the free readings for Valverde, and now we are to Rishi. I am doing well. Hopefully, you're doing well. Take a quick sip here. There we go. And you want to know if Rodney and Jennifer, if they tried to block your promotion in the past. Well, let's find out here. Tell us about Rodney and Jennifer. Okay. I don't see any. I mean, the cards that came out here don't have any deceit or power plays or power trips. I mean, the Naked Heart has come up twice now already in the handful of readings, and this is unique to this card. This is about you following your heart, connecting to your power and your higher self. And you've got the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups, which shows you this is the love from above, and the outside love that, the things of the world that have been feeling so empty, and you're leaning up against this unconditional love, that you do find in your heart. And I feel like they're saying, like, no, no one can block you from your destiny and from where you want to go, anyway. Um, and but I don't have any like warning signs coming in here, because I mean, I love this, that you have this death and this rebirth that's coming up here, that brings you into this wonderful, wonderful place in the Nine of Pentacles, which the Nine of Pentacles is about finding your wholeness and your completeness within yourself and with spirit. I just love uh, even the here, it doesn't do it justice on the colors in person. It's just so vibrant, but it is spirit is with you. You're not alone. You're being supported in your journey of finding wholeness and completeness in relation to the outside world. And there is this birth coming here for you, like the moth comes out of the chrysalis, the cycles. You can also see all the moon cycles up above. There is this transformation, this transition that's coming up. And so it's like spirit's like, no, nope, they didn't. It was just perfect timing. You needed to go through what you needed to go through. And but now the rebirth is coming so soon, and this Nine of Pentacles, with Spirit's help, they're telling you you're not unsupported. You're surrounded by a huge, powerful support team that is having things unfold in your favor for you, for your highest good. And so hold your horses, because here it comes. So I do like that. So that's what they have for you, Rishi. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. You're very welcome, Lori. And Vidi Jalan, you will be up next. So one of your seniors has offered you an internship somewhere, but you feel you're not ready and should continue working on your design skills for another month. What's for your highest good here? So we're going to say, should you take this internship for your highest experience? I think we already know the answer. Even though you feel you're not ready, it's time. Let's see what the cards say here. Yeah. 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 So you've got step into your power, VD. You are the magician. You have everything you need already for success and to make your dreams come true. So you are ready. The conflict here is your fears. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And you're going back and forth in your mind because you have fears that you'll fail. But you have nothing to fear. You have everything you need within you here, because you also have you are ready. You are ready. The strength card shows you that you have the power, and the 10 of swords is you are ready to let go of all these fears, these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that limit you and keep you small. You're ready. The 10 is endings and new beginnings. So both of these, definitely, I mean, because you've got all the fears there, but then you got you have the strength and the power to do it. So um, I'm sorry to say, VD, spirit is all. Go for it. Go for the internship. You're going to learn so much, and that's what an internship is. An internship isn't, you know, having you come in knowing everything, and that's what an internship does, is for you to learn and to grow. And if it's a paid internship, that's great. Well, a lot of them aren't paid. They're like, hey, we got free help, and you get what you pay for. They know that. But they also know that people learn so much through it. And with the senior offering this to you, they feel you're ready. So um, they are all go all in. Go all in. You are ready. You are ready. So I know you're hoping that they were going, oh, no, continue to do this, but believe in yourself, because you are like that magician. Just remember the magician, you have everything you need within you. So enjoy. Go, 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 go. All right. So that's what they have for you, BD. So enjoy. Many blessings. All right. Skyfalls, you're the next free reading coming up here, and you want to know are good things coming to you this next week? Let's take a look here. Well, you have three cards that come flying out. Well, it does appear so. You have the Innocence of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So new opportunities opening up for you next week. And it comes about here too. One of the things here with the Ace of Swords and the Sage is about you. It's normally the Hierophant, and it's you finding what your truth is, which is what this is, the connects you to the capital T truths of the higher realm. So you're really getting to nitty gritty about something in your life about what is it that you truly want. And it's in deciding this that brings an opportunity because it's like when we have these blinders on going, well, this is what I'm told I'm supposed to want. But you're like, do I really? There's this thing over here right out of your peripherals that when you open your up a little bit, you're like, wow, look, there's this opportunity that I wouldn't have seen before if I kept to my guns and being stubborn about this is how something is supposed to happen. This is what I'm supposed to be in, who I'm supposed to be with, or whatever it might be, whatever this limitation is. It'll be something that's been on your mind somewhere where you've been feeling you have a block in your life. What it has to do with because there's these false walls that are up keeping you from something that you do not need to be kept from because it's really what you're wanting. So it's this change of view, this opening of your viewpoint that helps this new opportunity present itself next week. So wherever that block is, that's exactly what we're talking about. So that is what is going on, Skyfalls. That's what they have for you. So I like it. Easy breezy. So uh, that is what they have. Okay. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, I see angel message and you're hoping to let's see. And Rhonda, you are up next, obviously. So okay. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, let's take a look here. I'm going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And let's see what they have for you around guidance. What do you need to learn first about uh, your power of your higher self so you can focus more and move forward in where you feel you're going? So let's take a look here. All right. And you got the Peacemaker. Let go of the need to be right. And it was funny because as I was reading that, because I kind of said, so that you can focus to move forward on where you think you're supposed to be, right? And you're always in the perfect place, though. You're always in the perfect classroom, learning the perfect things in the perfect timing. And our human judges and contrast so much. It's like, well, I don't think you're where you're supposed to be. You need to be further along. You're falling short. Those accusatory words are not from spirit, not from your higher self, not from love. It's from fear, right? But the peacekeeper, it says, choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, save your energy for what's important. So the peacekeeper is a wise Native American woman who has been influenced by white Buffalo woman. She holds a peace pipe, which is emblematic of surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. She is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you to take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It's a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. And the answer to every question is always unconditional love. The extended message says you may be feeling on edge due to a stressful situation. There's a warrior within you that wants to rise up, prove your point, and get the truth across. But you're being reminded by ancestor wisdom that truth will always be revealed in the end. And it's more important. Sorry, I think I have an eyelash somewhere. I can keep seeing it here. It's more important at this time to avoid arguments or heated discussions where you know you'll be fighting a losing battle trying to make someone believe what you think they should believe. There's much more power in choosing to move forward from a higher perspective. That's funny because you're kind of the best focus to move forward. This will allow you to connect deeply to the guidance within and the intuition that will lead you towards the healing of the whole situation, along with any wounds it may have inflicted on you. Choose peace. You know it's calling you. Ring, ring. Yeah. So, asking, what can I focus on? What do I need to learn about? And it's really about it's 5 of swords energy, which I think I just talked about a little bit earlier, which is, um, we have our small t truths, all these opinions we've been taught about the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to, the must, all these popular opinions about how everything is supposed to be a certain way. And we're taught that, and we're taught to defend that because this is the truth. But this peacemaker card is all about like the 5 of swords, which when we connect more and more to unconditional love, we see that we don't need to fight, that truth always shows itself. It never, true truth, higher truth never needs to be defended. It just is. And we don't have to try to convince other people to believe it or not and take it on as their truth. We just focus in on our truth and living it and connecting to it more and more. And then everything just unfolds, into the outside. So that is what they have for you right now, Rhonda. So choose peace and connect to that beautiful wisdom of unconditional love from above. And it's not your job to convince anyone else about anything else. You get to just focus on your own truth and living it and fill up with love and be love. That's the whole thing. And it just sets you free. So I like that for you. So that's what they have right now. So many blessings to you, Rhonda. All right. And I do have a couple donations. So thank you so much. So Dollface Diva, hello, hello. So did you make the right decision when it comes to Eric? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has. See if is it the decision that's for your highest experience is what we'll do that, because there is no really right or wrong. There's just different decisions with different outcomes. Because there's no judgment from Spirit. They're just like, yeah, it's here or there. You're here for experience. So we'll rephrase it with the energy of, was it for your highest experience, with the decision that you made when it comes to Eric? Okay. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. It was. You got the Wheel of Fortune. It was fated, whatever was happening. This is a fortunate card, so it was for you. So, you do show here that this is your higher self. You were guided by your higher self for the decisions that was made here. You're moving, you're letting fears go and you're making changes, and so the decisions you made were made with new ways of looking at things in your life. And I like here again, for the third time already, the naked heart showed itself in that you're following your heart, you're sitting in your power, you're making decisions that are for you, and following your heart. And so it was the decision that was in for your highest experience, because it was both fated and your higher self, and you were communicating, and you did do that because all four of these cards are very positive cards, showing you stepping into your truth, you making decisions that are in alignment with your heart, and connecting. This is also connecting to your higher self, which is this. So all of this supports it, that you made the decision that was for your highest experience. So I have no doubt, no doubt. So that's what they have for you. So they're like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that makes sense with the Wheel of Fortune. As your world turns, it's moving into, moving forward for you, into something more in alignment with where you want to be with your heart. Because that naked heart, the little moth on there, the Luna moth, it says, fly out of your darkness and into your light. You are courageous and beautiful. And so it's like, yeah, you're moving from darkness into light. So that is what is going on there. Um, yeah, 2023. You got the star card here, which is wish fulfillment. So you are moving. With your moving here, you're choosing you and you're following your heart. You're headed in the direction of wish fulfillment in 2023, because you're believing in yourself, you're cutting away limiting beliefs and thoughts, and you're heading in that direction. So I like it. I like it. And the star card is an Aquarius card too, if that means anything for you. But it is this beautiful movement towards that, And Seven of Pentacles, this is definitely reaffirming, when you start to see fruit growing and you're like, not what I want, you just change direction on where you invest in your energy. So another card supporting your decision. So I like it, Diva. Well, then it must be right. It must be true. You are courageous. So, and you're choosing you. So kudos to you. High five. Psh, psh. 10. Psh, psh. All right. So many blessings to you, Diva. Thank you again so much for your donation. Many blessings. All right. Shamika, you are up next. She says, is Christopher thinking about you? And what about what if he is? All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with Christopher. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like what he's thinking is this, because he's got the 10 of swords, you got the 8 of swords, and the 5 of pentacles. So I feel like when he thinks about you, he's feeling about how he disappointed you and how he let you down, and just how he also felt let down, and because these are all his thoughts and beliefs and mindsets here that make him feel restricted and bound and trapped. And this is him feeling exhausted, trying to live up to so many expectations. And the 5 of pentacles is about his worth and feeling abandoned, and um you know left out in the cold, and just feeling low worth. And so this is like what haunts him here. And you mean it, the thing about what people are thinking, we can't control that. They look into a mirror. So when he goes like, is he thinking about me? If he thinks about you, he's actually thinking about himself. That's what we all do when we think about, like, if you're thinking about Christopher, you're thinking about, how does he feel about me? It's always about us. It's like, what does he think about me? What's going on with him? But what is that? How is that going to impact me? It's what our human does. It wants to know status, 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 status. And so Christopher would be thinking, what is she thinking about me? Is she thinking about me? That's what the human does. And this is what he feels when he thinks about it, the relationship and the interactions, is he just feels like how he's falling short. But he's on this journey here. It's like he's in this new birth, this because you have the innocence of pentacles, which is the page of pentacles, new things in the outside world, new birth in the outside world, connecting with them, understanding that when, with all this reflection on those other things, the lion in us, which is our human side, eventually feels the disappointment of trying to find what will make him feel full and not thirsty in the outside world, but there's nothing out here. Like, you can never make him happy, he can never make you truly happy for very long, if at all, because what we're really hungering for is the higher love anyway. And he's going through this new birth, seeking things in the outside world more and more because the lion is hungry, and he's like, well, that didn't fulfill me, I'm going to go out here. And no matter where he goes, he's just going to get more thirsty, more hungry, and realize eventually what he's looking for is in here and inward and upward, right? So I feel like that is what is going on there with him. And I mean, this is what he just feels all the stuff that he failed. And like I said, even before people meet someone new, you have all these old expectations within yourself too, of the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos from the past. And you may not do one thing to reinforce these expectations. It's all in here for all of us. We have all this influence. And so when it comes to relationships, people don't see us for who we are. They just see through these, filters of opinion from the past and all the stuff from the past. And so it's like, you know, is he thinking about me? He's thinking about himself, about you. And what is he thinking about? Well, he's thinking about where he failed, and where he felt failed, and where his disappointments are in life, and how did he disappoint you? And because it's all fear, when it's all those swords, that's fear. And then it's like, well, I'm gonna go find something new that is going to fulfill me. No, if you're looking out there, he's not, because he's ultimately going to look in here. And so that's the mirror for you too, is to ask yourself, what are you thinking about you? And what are you thinking about if you are thinking about yourself? You know, so it's like, look in here, and that's what spirit is guiding for you, is when you look at him at any point during your interactions, what do you see in the mirror of him? Because it's you looking back at you. And how is that um, more true for what you're seeing, right? It's like, and I give the example of, um, could be any of the examples, but like, I don't want to use the cheated on one, because I use that one a lot. What else? What else? Oh, so one of my relationships, I felt like, "Ah, why are they always trying to fit me in between the important things? Because they schedule all this stuff, and oh, I can have dinner at this while I'm working. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, how about this? No, I'm working there too. And they're like, all right, how about the next week? And it's like, okay, so all this stuff, they're trying to fit me in between the important things. I'm not an important thing. They're trying to fit things around. And so spirit was like, all right, well, how are you doing that to yourself? And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'll be like, oh, how am I trying to fit myself in between important things? And that was more true. And so this mirror showed me what I was wanting to see. That was the divine appointment, why they were in my life, to show me that. And so that is what spirit is kind of guiding you for with this, with Christopher. So that is what your message is for right now. Again, thank you so much, Shamika, for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Hey, Renee. So let's take a look here. What are Jesse's feelings for you? Thank you for your second donation. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see what's going on. What are Jesse's feelings towards you? Well, okay. Well, so it's a mixed bag. There's some hurt feelings that are going on with them with three spilt cups. So they are looking at how they have been hurt. You know, we all have disappointments. We have this wide range of expectations, and it's impossible for anyone to ever meet all of our expectations or everyone to meet one of our expectations. It's just impossible. And so there's this beautiful experience that they're having around, oh, this hurt me. And they're reflecting. But then when they're done, they turn over and then there's the two of cups, right? So after usually they have like three cups spilt over here and there's two cups behind, which would be these two cups. So when they're done feeling butthurt about whatever it was, they turn around and they realize that they can make a different choice and they get over it. They process it. They really understand where it came from. Where's this expectation? And, oh, this has happened a lot. This must be me. They're really doing some good processing around it. And then they change. They turn around to that two of cups, which means that they feel um, more at ease, more partnerish, more friendly. There's this more, they move toward more bonding of heart than heartbreak. And we have the moon, which is all about the moon cycles here. We also have the death and rebirth, which is all about the moon cycles here. We also have the chariot, which is about movement and choice and change, victory. And we have the movement of pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which there's a lot of interchange that happens. It just takes a little longer to get out to the outside world because, of course, we change from the inside out, not the outside in. So all this happens, and then eventually it does make it to the outside world where you get to see it and go, oh, okay. So, they get over what they were pouting. I don't think it was like anything drastic either. They just pouted and they're boo. And but it's changing. But it takes a little bit of time for it to make it to the outside world. So whatever happened, whatever caused the feelings of heartbreak, there is change of heart that happens. Definitely with all these cards. Because if the movement of pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles hadn't shown up, I'd be like, this is going to be changing fast. But with that Knight of Pentacles, it's like it's changing slowly. It kind of pops in there like that. Which the Knight of Pentacles is that reminder that things move faster on the insides with thoughts and energy and feelings like that. The outside world has seasons and it takes things longer to happen on the outside. But that's what's going on right now, according to these cards with Jesse. So thank you for your question, Renee, and of course for your donation. As many blessings to you, and thank you. All right, very good. You're like, gotcha. All right. You are very welcome. So we'll continue going down the free readings. We are at the top of the hour already. Oh my goodness, flies by. I Some of my friends go, "Gosh, you're on for like a couple hours. How can you do that?" I'm like, "It flies by, I tell you." But at the top of every hour, I do try to do my public service announcement, which is that how I work on the readings is I do go in order, first come, first serve on the free readings. So I try to work my way down the list and get to as many as I can. But if you do, as you just noticed, want to have your reading move to the priority, then a donation does get priority. And I do honor that energy exchange. And that's why I do that. And then I return back into the order of the free readings and continue move that down. So that's how that all works. So now back to your regularly scheduled program. All right. So Shane, will you and a certain Aquarius get married? Let's take a look here. Let's see what spirit has. Let me take a quick drink here. All right. Okay. Clarification on that one. Okay. Okay. So I don't see the star card. If the star card came out, I'd be like, oh my God, that would be an Aquarius. That represents Aquarius. So instead, you got the temperance card. So I think you're going to end up with a Libra. I'm just kidding. It means balance and patience. Things will unfold eventually. There just take there's some while there's the patience card, whenever we get like temperance or the Knight of Pentacles or the Hanged Man and there's a few different cards that are about the pause button or the slow button's been turned on in your life to where things went from going like frame by frame, going really slow. When that happens, there's usually something that spirit is wanting you to work on to help you raise your vibration to have it in alignment with what your higher self wants next. Which the Eight of Swords is about looking into your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about marriage and relationship, on what of your own thoughts have been making you feel blinded and bound and trapped. The supposed to and the should and the need to and the have to and the must around marriage and relationship, because it's trapping the rose, and the rose needs to be set free. So it's looking at those and releasing yourself from those allows you to move into a um a more free place, because you have the Nine of Pentacles here too, which is the hermit's journey, you finding your wholeness and your completeness within yourself, to where you aren't needing an outside source to make you feel that way. Which both of these together really talk about, my worth is dependent upon who I'm with in my marriage. And it's like, is it? And it has you look at that, and it frees you up, and you're not alone. You have spirit here that's always with you, but it is this freeing up of that. um Sorry, energy's starting to flow more. I'm getting all warm. Can see I'm getting flushed. but the but the it's, while this pause is happening, it's having you really question that, and it frees you, which allows you to be more free in the relationship. It doesn't change you to go, well, like, I don't need a relationship after all. It's off or whatever. It's about you are able to live within freely within a relationship, instead of feeling like you're in a prison. So I like that, because once you do that, things do speed up. The movement, the Knight of Wands is one of the fastest moving knights of it all. So things really, really speed up the more you work on that inner self love and those restrictions, and you move into wish fulfillment. So this would be it takes time, it's going slow for you to work on that. But then you end up, the more you work on your insides, the faster the outside world moves, and then you end up getting to marriage. And so if that's your wish fulfillment, if your wish is not to, then that would be a no. But you get your wish fulfillment. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Shane. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue going down the list here. Let me just make sure. Oh my god. Is that a good "oh my god"? I hope. Okay, good. So that's what they have. All right, so Queen Bee, you are the next free reading that's up, and you wanna know what are Samuel Scorpio's true intentions with Ashley Lee? Ooh, Leo, okay. Let's find out here. So what would you like Queen Bee to know about this situation, please? Okay, that was like half the deck. There's a lot of drama going on. I'm just kidding. There we go. So get these two cards. All right. Anything else? Okay. Well, we've got the Justice card here, which, that coming in with this Ten of Swords here. I mean, they're letting go a lot of their expectations and um, their beliefs and everything about Ashley. Before, they might have some preconceived ideas or these desires or these intentions, but it was all these fears of losing conditional love, all this stuff. But they're really having this balancing going on, and they're balancing things out. So it feels like time has taken care of some of these because I feel like we had this Heart of Wands is what they saw. I mean, this would make sense because it's very much fire energy, which would be Leo, which would be Ashley. And um, Ashley feels like with this card, the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands is someone who's intuitive, they have this connection to spirit, right? But they're also just a fiery individual. Walk into a room, people notice them. They can super focus their energy, and when they focus on something, get out of the way because they will make it happen, and they're very confident, and they're very no nonsense, and their intuition, they make decisions that just turn out really well, like, oh my god, it's like someone who um there's a choice that's given to them real quick and they're like, well, do you want this or this? And they're like, I want that. And it's like ding ding ding, you're the winner. It's that kind of thing that happens to her because she trusts her gut and her intuition. And I feel like that's what attracted Samuel to her, because that fire, that confidence is something that they wanted, because they seem to have, like I said, a lot of fears that was ruling their life. But I feel like that's what's changing. They're really learning when they have hung around with them and witnessed them. They're starting to let go of their fears because they see how fearless Ashley seems to be, right? And so, as far as intentions, I do see here that they're trying to move along in their life. The Eight of Pentacles is doing the work, moving forward in relationship, in work, in life. And so there's kind of this, well, they feel like they would help them move along in their life. And that's where the attraction, and I'm not even sure if they're aware of that intention because it's human nature, right? Our human tells us if it needs something and it sees it in someone else, I'll possess them instead of getting it for myself. But I feel like Ashley will not be owned, is what I feel. And so they've had to um, learn about confidence from them in themselves, and they are moving up in the world there. So I feel like they had a bunch of different intentions out of fear in the beginning, but these are diminishing and it's changing. And whatever this change is happening, it's happening now where there's this movement in their friendship, relationship, whatever it is, into a different level, which can be either way. Let me see here if they'll tell us. Is it closer or further away from each other? Or is it none of our business? Because the cards aren't coming out. I'm like, no, nothing, nothing. Okay. So they do have the Six of Pentacles that came out, which is the codependency awareness card, learning about the giving and receiving equally in a relationship as well. So, but they won't tell me if it's where it's headed, but it's definitely changing right now in one direction or another. So evidently they're like, none of your business tonight. So I'm like, all right, fine. But I wanted to know too. So I don't blame you. But that's what they have for you, Queen Bee. So hopefully that resonated. But many blessings to you. All right. So Anjali, the Virgo, you'll be the next free one coming up here. All right. There we are. And any advice for your current situation? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has coming in here. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, we have a lot of swords coming up tonight, which makes sense because we're in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, and we're hitting Mercury retrograde here in a couple days. So there is a lot of reflection on our communication, our thoughts, our beliefs, some shaking going on there. So right now it's like take a step back and look at what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are impacting this situation. Where are you feeling disappointment? Where are you feeling let down? And realize that that's an expectation that's at the root of that. There's something that's going on inside because you do have the Six of Pentacles too, which is about the overgiving, and this does go back to our codependent tendencies that hit us when we're younger, right? It's this exchange rate that's way out of proportion. It's not balanced. I feel I have to give 1,000 of something to someone to get one back. And so there's this disappointment that happens when I continue to give and I won't allow them to give me a ton back because I can't keep up with that exchange rate. So I want them to keep that in the bank for me and keep giving me one when I give them 1,000. I want that bank to be stored for me, but that's not what happens. They're like, look at all this I can spend on all these other things and people, and you're like, wait a minute. I'm not letting them give it to me, but I don't want to get them to give it to anyone else either. But they want to be able to give to the extent that we're giving. We're giving 1,000. They want to give 1,000. We'll only accept one, so they have 999 that they want to give somewhere else, either work, other people, friends, affairs, hobbies, working out at the gym or whatever it might be. They invest all that somewhere else. And so feel like for the situation here, it's like the disappointment that's coming around with all the expectations and stuff. It's digging deep into understanding where this came from in your early life, because it usually happens in our emotional development around 7 years old and younger, where we felt we had to overdo stuff to get a little bit of attention from parents, grandparents, whoever it was that we were trying to get attention from. So the more we look into that, the more we're able to make different choices going forward, where it feels like because of this situation, because of all this disappointment and all this stuff, that repetitive pattern kind of too, that you're at a crossroads. Which way do I want to go? What do I want to do around a certain situation? And the big piece of here is to anchor and pause while you look into this. Don't make a decision till you do your inner reflection, because once you do this, then clarity comes in, and it'll be a no-brainer on what decision that you would make that brings you the most abundance in your life. That is the abundant decision to make. But in the meantime, it's important to, definitely look into what are the disappointments that are happening and what are the expectations behind those that aren't being met, and where did those expectations come from. So it is a freeing moment for you because you're going to realize, wow, I know it was for me. I actually went to counseling, gosh, a couple decades ago, where when I got tired of feeling a certain way in relationships, and when I went into counseling, the my counselor, she was just like, I know this is cliche, but why, and like, what was your relationship with your parents? And I was like, well, I felt that I had to do, a great amount of stuff to get their attention. And then I just kind of stopped there as my brain saw all these times that I try to do that, and then how it went into school, I tried to overachieve to get my teacher's attention and my parents' attention. And then when I graduated work, I had to overachieve, and relationships and friendships and everything else, I had to overgive. And I was just kind of like off in, and she go, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, it just, your whole life just um unfolds before you, and you're just like, wow, I didn't realize all that was happening all that time. But that's what they have for you right now, that kind of advice for your current situation. So hopefully that resonates and that helps, Anjali. So many, many blessings to you. All right, beautiful Princess Pinky, you are up next. All right. You want to know any blessings coming for you? Let's take a look here. All right. So what blessings? Because we know there's blessings coming. I mean, how could there not? Let's take a look here. Oh, right. Wow. All right. I like it. So you do have here the universe card, which is victory, which is a great card to have, and the King of Pentacles, the Spirit of Pentacles, abundance that's flowing in, ending of old cycles too, beginnings of new. So what the King of Pentacles, he learned so much about his own worth in relation to the outside world. And I feel what's coming up is you're letting go of old ways of thinking about your worth in relation to the outside world, and it's coming in so strong and powerful with this, which I really, really like, because it feels like you are making decisions here. I mean, these cards were just here and they came flying out again. You really are at this crossroads about your emotions, and I feel for you, this is um, you're making a decision to let the emotions go, these disappointments, this way of looking at life, and you're really stepping into your power. So you're stepping away. It's like you've made a decision to, I'm not going to let the past roll over me anymore. I am letting it back. I'm making a change. This new year is a new me. It's all about me in 2023. It's like, yes, that's right. And then um and you move into a deep love, and look at the sun too, bright, bright shininess. So this is definitely spawns this beautiful, beautiful, bright, victorious, again, another victory card, but this is about relationships, and it just brings you into this brighter, brighter place from this. So you definitely have this coming, and it takes you making this decision to leave things behind and look at your world in relation in a completely different way. So I like it. Definitely blessings coming through there. So that's what they have for you right now, Princess Pinky. So many, many blessings for you. All right. So Cutie Pie Aditi, you'll be the next free reading that is coming up here. Let me just make sure. Yes, we are good. So we'll continue going down the list. So the universe's message for you. I actually am drawn over here to the divine guidance cards. These are what I call the spirit, one of the decks of the spiritual ink blot test, because it's fractal imaging, and you can see what image do you see on it, because that'll be a special message from you. And then I also will read the little description from the book as well. So what do you have for DT? What message do you have for her right now? Cutie Pie DT 444. And you got 4444, which is 16. So whatever you see in the card there, that is a message for you. And then let's see what this brings in here. You are on target. So keep yourself focused on the outcome, the goal, or the result that you are aiming for right now. This card has come to you because you may be faltering or questioning yourself. So just let go of your doubts and your fears. Your life and your goals are right on target. Keep your intentions clear, stay grounded in your heart, and follow whatever intuitive nudging you may feel. So stay out of the mind. Spirit is working with you on an energetic level to help you bring your dreams to fruition. I like it. So that is the universe's message for you this evening, Kitty Pie DT. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So moving on down the list, and we've got self-love. You are up and you wanted a message, an ancestral message. I just happen to have Angel and Ancestor Oracle cards. So we'll pull a card from here for you. All right. So what do you have for self-love? What do your ancestors have for self-love? All right. We'll do on to this one right here. You got the Traveler. They're telling you to move in a new direction. There it goes. A little clearer there. Let's see what the Traveler has for you. So welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer world or to your inner worlds. The Traveler card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. So definitely ancestors. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often, such journeys can be lonely, but this is in itself, can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are there for you. The extended message says the road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load, because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because the recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way, you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. I like it. So travel, travel, inward or outward. Good things come from that for sure. All right. So that's what they have for you, self-love. Many blessings to you. All right. And Lightworker, you're the next free reading that's up. And good evening. When will you meet the guy that is proposing? Is that a guy in a dream? Is that what I'm thinking? But let's see here. What will Spirit let you know about when? Well, it's going to be after a time of you stepping into your high priestess temple and really doing your inner work, looking inward and upward and deep into your unconscious and subconscious and your emotions. So there's going to be some little bit of alone time, asking who are you with the owl, understanding yourself, doing some deep diving, because you do have the Spirit of Cups, which is the King of Cups, where who rolls over emotion and also balances it with the mind. But they bring in emotional passion, um, into that the connectiveness of what you want to do and who you want to be with and where you're going in life and everything else. So there is this, I mean, definitely with the two of these, the water energy that's present for you. Um, and I kind of feel like, with moon cycles here, because we have what is the maiden, the witch, and the crone. It's the transformation that you're going through. It's like, um, this inner journey. There's like one step that needs to happen within in order for that to happen. Which here comes the Sun card, which is the glorious victory, the proposal, the thing that unfolds here. So there is this, it's the journey, the high priestess is having you turn inward and upward and look at things to during this pause, during the waiting for this to happen, to work on you, raise your vibration, raise your love vibration to a new level. And there's just some subconscious work with you. High priestess is like she gets into the unknown, goes behind the veil and deep down into the subconscious. And the Sun card can also represent Leo energy, which is, the inner child, and looking at some inner child, doing some inner child work to release some things that, it's better for you to have released before you move into this relationship, into this piece of the journey. Just makes it all so much easier. It's like taking the 15 heavy rocks out of your backpack before you start the upward trek on a journey together. You're like, I'm going to be much more agreeable without these rocks in my backpack. So that's what they're showing me, is it's a time for you to clear some stuff so that it'll be an easier journey for you and for whoever you're headed in this journey with. So that's what they have. Again, timing, it's all about how active you are on doing that, because the more you do the inner work, the faster the outside world goes. But if we're taking our time, then it takes time. If we move faster, it moves faster. So that's the whole thing about timing, is there's like a minimum and a maximum of time that something takes. It all depends upon our activity and our choices that we make during that time. So that's what they have for you, Lightworker. Many, many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Ritwik. Hello, hello. Hey, Pooja Gupta. You are up next for the next free reading. Let me just make sure here. All right. So you would like to know angel guidance for your studies right now. All right. Yeah, let's take a look here. And I do want to go to the Ask Your Guides deck for guidance. Let's take a look and see what's going on here. So you actually got two cards that came up. You have Devotion with Nature Spirits, card number 44, Master 44, or power number. Then you also have Shame that's in here, which is card number 35. So let's read 44 came out first. These are short. And it says, this is about inspiration. So the presence of the creator is everywhere. So if you feel disconnected from the divine, you're the one who left. Your nature spirits are beckoning you back to a place of awareness that reconnects you to your source. Do not allow your mind to isolate you in fear or get stuck dwelling on misery. Instead, go outside and take in the natural world, which is a beautiful gift for you to enjoy. Seek the divine all around you. Focus on the beauty, the power, and the holiness that nature affirms. Humbly surrender to this greatest of forces present in all things, including you. Your nature spirit's message: breathe in the divine. You are in the creator, and the creator is in you. Excuse me. So I like this. For studies, they're basically telling you, when we start fearing about things, we have left the presence of creator and our creative force and our brilliant mind, and we're in fear mode. We're in a cat mind. And so they're like, take a deep breath, take a step back with your studies, get into out into nature, get away from all the chaos. Deep breaths, reconnect with the creator and the creativity and your brilliant mind, and then studies flow better for you, which makes total sense. And then you have the shame with the divine healers. And it says, you are at risk of falling under the spell of self criticism because of your choices or learned behavior. And this is bringing on the energy of shame. So the fear of shame, possibly too, right? And you can always tell when this soul deadening vibration is present because it causes you to unconsciously pull back from others and the loving support of the universe and become isolated. It's quite possible at this time to believe that the world is against you, making you want to hide, withdraw, or push it away. Nothing could be further from the truth. You are your own worst enemy at this time, as the universe never stops loving or supporting you, nor have the people around you stopped loving you, even if you've made terrible mistakes. After all, we're all guilty of this at times. Your divine healers surround you, holding you in affection and unconditional love as you struggle to regain your self esteem. They ask you to remember that you being here on earth is like being in a classroom. You're here to progress in a classroom. You are here to progress, and you'll make many mistakes along the way. That's part of your learning process and necessary for your growth. I love it. Your divine healers ask you to open your heart and forgive your mistakes. There's no mistake too great, nor any error so grave that it can't be forgiven or transformed. Pray for them to help you rise above your self criticism and re enter the flow of the universe. Make an effort to see yourself with the same love that they see you with. Stop judging yourself. Make amends and apologies where necessary and move on. Their message to you: live and learn. So I like that. You don't need to make studying your entire life. Live while you're studying too. I like that. So that's what they have for you, Puja Gupta. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Let me just look down the list here. All right. Believe we are down to Don Hall for your next reading here. All right. So the next free one is Don. Let me find myself again there. There we go. So, uh, oh, you keep trying to get a reading, and you will. I don't see. Do you have a question, Don? I don't see that a question was put down there. So if you're here, did you want a general reading or did you have a specific question? If you want to pop it down in the chat there, we will take care of you here. Love and light to you, Deb. Then up next after that will be Sharon Fioretino. I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. And then joy. All right. So don't see Don answering open a question. Well, Spirit knows what you want anyway. So I'm going to start off here with the Power of Surrender card because Spirit knows what question you have in your heart anyway. Bretta Zen don't need to know. He's just the radio. Spirit's the radio station, so they'll give you what you are needing in this moment. So for Don Hall, you got surrender to joy. There it goes. Well, come on. Come on. Come on. There it goes. A little clearer there. And it says a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. And during both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. So, the message that comes in with that card for you is about your power. You know, our natural state of existence is a being of unconditional love, joy, and peace, and laughter, and gratitude. That's our essence of who we are, from where we come from. That's our spirit, our powerful self. And then we come down here, and we also, a piece of us is here experiencing life as this limited little being who our natural state is fear. It seems right. Um, and judgment and contrast, and we come down here to experience all that stuff. But so we always have a choice every moment of focusing on the unconditional love being that we are, full of joy and all of that, or this fear being that we are, and all the stuff that we fear about what's in our life that we don't want to be there, and what we feel is missing, and um, you know um, just our overall fears and everything. And so, but whatever we focus on is what expands and grows. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They're just different. They bring us different experiences. Expansion, contraction. All these emotions of fear, betrayal, disgust, sadness, all those delicious emotions rooted in fear, or all these beautiful other ones. And so this is a reminder that you can focus on joy in whatever situation. We have our power to choose what we want to feel in each moment. So that is what they have for you, Don. So um, hopefully that helps with whatever question and situation that you had on your mind that you were looking for a reading for today. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Sharon Fioretino, you are up next for the next free reading, and good evening to you as well. So you'd like to know if your ex friend Julie is thinking about you and wants to reach out. All right, let's take a look here. Well, two air signs. I know why you guys were friends before. So let's take a look here and see what if there's thinking about you and to connect. Let's see here. So you do have, with the devil card here and the 10 of wands, I feel like what this is more what you're going through. The devil card, the shadow card, rattles and shakes our world to bring things to our face so that we can release it. We can escape from our cage that we have. And literally, here's the 10 of swords, which represents usually all of these swords are what make up our cage, because these are our thoughts, our beliefs, and our mindsets that we get. This rat is not dead. It's exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations. And you have the 10 of wands too, which is all the burden, all the energy that was taken and to try to live up to what is a friend should be, supposed to be, need to be, and all those things that come in that really restrict it's so burdensome, right? And so that's why the shadow comes up, goes, it's time. We want to let these things go so that we can move into joy instead. And this is joy and celebration and getting together. And I feel like what spirit is saying is you can, this stuff is coming up for you. And when you release the burden, release all the expectations, reach out to them for celebration. You reach out for them to talk and to get together, and but have it without expectation, and just allow yourself to be, for you guys to be yourselves, and you can have this, wonderful get together. Might even be a third person, like if you guys had a mutual friend of yours that you all three get together to do something. But I do feel like there's this joy possible, but that comes with you releasing all of these expectations and the burden that you put on yourself, which we also then put on others, to be and be a certain type of person, to be my friend and to hang out. It's like, you know what? I like who you are. I just want to go hang out with you. I don't care what you do or what you say or whatever. We're just going to hang, and that's what I feel, the kind of energy that's coming in there. So that is what they have for you, Sharon. So many blessings to you. All right. So we're continuing to work down the list of the free readings. Let's see, where did I leave off? Oh, there I am. Joy. I left off with joy. Joy in the last card, and joy here we know. And joy was in that first one too. Surrender to joy. So it's all about you. Joy, joy, joy. So you a future spouse reading. So you want to know, what does spirit, what are they willing to let you know about your future spouse? Let's take a look here. So what would you like Joy to know? Okay. All right. I like that. So far coming in. Successful. Boom. Yes. Full of life, full of abundance in a variety of ways. Not just money, but definitely a balanced individual. We like that too. Not someone who's psh, psh, psh. But I really like that. A balanced person. Um, the Fool card too, which is great. They've left behind a lot of their old cycles, the old ways of doing things, and they're very adventurous. I almost feel like they're like an Aries type of energy, which are childlike, not childish, but very fun, very adventurous, of like, wow, look at the world and exploring, and they like learning and getting out there and experiencing life too. Yep. And so here's the sun energy, the fire energy coming in too. Normally this can be Leo, but so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, all fire signs have that childlike, giddiness and fun and laughter and excitement. And so I really feel that. Yeah. And Six of Wands, more fire. Six of Wands is victorious. They're seen, which makes me again think fire signs, because a lot of fire signs are, you know, uh, in our dark world, fire stands out so clearly. People are just attracted to noticing them, and so I feel, I really feel like they're going to be a fire sign for you, which is great, right? Joy, 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 and then yeah, yeah, because here's more more fire, the magician. So very motivated, very able to get things done. They do have these beliefs within themselves. They have done the work. They have movement up in the outside world. So they very much are a hard worker, and they get stuff done, and they've really applied themselves to victorious movement, again, a lot of that coming in there. And they've got the hermit energy too at the same time, which they've, I feel like they've been alone for a bit. they've done their inner work, and that's what has happened is I feel like they had like 2.5. It's funny. They're saying 2.5 relationships, which means that they had 2 that were, that they got into for a little bit, and then a half of one. It kind of was headed there, and then psh, that was the last one. Like the first one, ugly, flames, fire. I forget what was it, from Clue. Flames, fire, a lot of, oh my gosh. And then the second one was okay. It almost that one fizzled out. But they learned they after the 2.5, they kind of turned into themselves for a little bit to so you're gonna find them that they haven't dated for a while. Their fireness, they've just been living life, working on their life, working hard, things unfolding, and you're gonna be meeting them at a time where they're like, okay, I feel like I've worked through what caused these situations and these other relationships, and I'm in a good place in my life. I'm ready for a relationship. Ta-da! And joy enters in. So that is what they have for you, Joy. So joy, joy, joy. All right. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Thank you so much, Sharon. Love and light to you as well. All right. There we are. So the lotus. Hello to you. And you want to know, does Rohit love Sonal? Okay, let's take a look here. Does he want a relationship? No contact. Curious. Let's find out. Okay. Well, that makes sense. The Hanged Man, things are on hold, definitely. Let's see what else Spirit has to say here. Okay. Well, we got the 5 of Cups. So it looks like someone's little pride got hurt. I feel there's something that happened that there's just some pain that's there. And I feel like it's a bruised ego. I don't know why, but there just feels like something happened that just made them not um, like to want to change directions because we've got the Tower card here, which is about things being removed out of someone's life for a reason and things moved into someone's life for a reason. But I feel like that they don't want a love relationship. I feel like they this magician is that they're pointing their wand somewhere else, their energy in a different direction. The 6 of Wands here is about being seen and being recognized. That's why I feel like, with this one, it felt like someone's ego was bruised. Like I didn't get to be seen the way I wanted to be seen, and now I want to go a different direction. It's not what I want, how I want to be seen. And so I feel like that's why they have this pause because they're like looking around and um but I feel ultimately that they will be removed out of their life on purpose for a purpose to bring into someone that they deserve more, that Sanal really deserves, and that is more in alignment with what they want to become and who they want to interact with and the connection they want to have for the future. So I just feel like they brought in what Sonal needed to see about themselves and whatever adjustment she makes with their self-love that allows a different experience to come forward. So yeah, I just don't feel like I feel like they're just there. I just like, see it like their ego was bruised. It was like, wow, I want to be like seen as this, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yes, your highness, you can move on. So That's what I feel for this part of the relationship in their life right now. I feel like it's going to be moved out, but it's for her if she can look at it that they're an obstacle that's being removed out. One, a mirror moved in to show you what you want to see about yourself, and then moved out of the way so you can move forward with that new information. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, Lotus. Yeah, I don't feel so with what I said there. So, all right. So, Christy, hello. You are up next. You'd like a general reading. And I am being drawn here to the Queen of the Moon Oracle for you. Let's take a look and see what they have for you. Now, I feel Rohit loves themselves. That's what I feel. That's the kind of energy that's there. Is it's all about me. All right. So, Christy, what does Spirit have for you? All right. You've got action. Lights, camera, action. Card number 15. A beautiful dancer. And let's see what comes in here for you. The time has come to take action. Let go of your paralysis. Let go of your burdens step by step. Little affirmation for the card is I am responsive and ready to take action. Sometimes we're afraid to move forward, and this is natural. Change can be difficult. And if we've been hurt or have failed before, we're anxious about what may happen if we instigate change. Maybe we think it's easier and safer to just tread some water for a while. Instead of taking joyful action, here's joy again, joyful action towards the things we truly desire, such as the writing of a book, undertaking study, accepting a new job, or seeking a better relationship. Instead, we balk, we freeze, we do not take the steps we could. And so we remain stagnant, we don't grow. This moon phase encourages you to embrace action. Action is part of your humanity. We're not made to hide and refuse to blossom. And the companion stone for that is rhodonite. So it is time to hit the rhodonite and have action and move forward. So, whatever is that thing that you're wanting to do that you're holding back on, Spirit is going, go, do it, don't hold back. Now's the time. So, I like that for you, Christy. So, many blessings for you. All right, Dia Sharma, we are up to you. And there we are. And you'd like a general reading. All right. And I am wanting to go to the Angels and Ancestor Oracle for yours. And we are heading the top of the second hour already. Can you believe it? Whoosh, has flown by. So this is when I do the public service announcement to let you know I'm only going to be on for about 30 more minutes. So I'll try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you do want to make sure I get to your reading, I do honor donations. They do get priority. I step out of line for the free readings, complete the donations, and then step back in line and continue going down the list. If I don't get to the bottom of where you're at, I do have a ton of free content that I put out. If you click on my Bretta Zen Mystic Tarot name, it'll take you to the main page and all the playlists are there. I have weekly energy updates, monthly readings. I've got, I was going to say solar plexus readings, but solstice and equinox readings and pick a cards, just a boatload of free content. And if you follow your heart, Spirit will guide you to the readings, the recorded readings for the messages that you have there. There's also a giveaway playlist. If you make sure to check that one at the very top, there's how you can enter the weekly energy update reading where I give away a 30-minute free recorded reading. I've been doing it for a couple months, and that ends this Sunday. And then I'm going to be finding out what we're going to be giving away in the future. So if you want to get in the last one of those, you can do that. Then I also offer personal readings at a on a sliding price scale. All that information is also listed down in the description box of this video there. And I'm on every night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. It's like 25 hours a week I come on to give free readings, and I love it, and I hope you guys do too. All right, so that's the public service message, and we are continuing on. Dia Sharma, here is your reading, your general reading from, there we go. You've got the Lord. And that is take charge with authority. So let's take a look, see what they have here for you. All right. So don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady, the emperor in the traditional tarot. And he represents an authoritative male energy who isn't afraid to lay down the law. Of course, we all have divine masculine, divine feminine. So this applies to us whether we're male or female or how we identify. But this doesn't mean he's angry or chauvinistic. He is self-possessed, reliable, and ambitious, a person of honor who has earned their place in society. The Lord in this oracle holds a ram staff and wears a crown of antlers, showing they keep themselves firmly rooted in the ground and are protective of their people. Their regal air indicates they have a taste for the finer things in life, yet they are sensitive to those who are less fortunate than they are. The extended message for this is sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. And if you feel that your kindness or your gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth, and it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in. You're being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. And this card also brings the energy of ambition and can show that you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. So you get to uh, command respect, not demand respect, but command respect. And I really like that for you. So many, many blessings to you, Dia Sharma. That is what they have. All right. So I believe I do have, let me just mark this here. All right. I think I do have a donation. I sure do. Fiona, thank you so much. Hello. You want to know, will they like you at the job interview? I'm doing great. How are you doing, Fiona? I hope you're doing very well. And let's see what Spirit wants you to know about the job interview here. All right. Yeah, they do. Because you have the Two of Swords here, which is that in the decision that they're making, they're not only making decisions by their mind and the logic and the resume and the job experience and all that, they're also bringing in how do they feel about the applicants? What kind of energy do they bring in? And the Ten of Cups they feel overjoyed. They like your personality. They like who you are. You just make such a great impression because you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunity that opens up. You got the Four of Pentacles, which is stability in your financial world and your physical world. So I like that. And you got the Star card. So I feel like they see you as a rock star, but they also this is a wish fulfillment for you. So if this is what you're wanting, then this is what comes true. So I absolutely love this for you. Just be yourself, let yourself shine. Don't fear, don't worry about, oh, I should act this way or that way. Just be you because that is what they love is this vibrancy. Just, look at that. Just it's overshining and flowing and beautiful and rainbow. It's just beautiful. So I really like that. For you, anything else that you want Fiona to know? Yeah. So again, there's only two really wish fulfillment cards, and now you've got them both: the Nine of Cups and the Star card. And you got the Three of Cups, which is joy and your spiritual posse. You're not going in there alone. You're surrounded by a great amount of support that's around you when you go in there. And you also have the Spirit of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. She balances heart and mind, just like that. Um, the Two of Swords here, which is balancing heart with the moon in mind. So you're going in there um, aware of your experience, but also aware of your heart and what you have to share, and show both because that's what they're looking for. So I like that for you, Fiona. So I'm excited. Enjoy the adventure. Enjoy the conversation. Don't feel like it's a test of determining your worth. It's a conversation, and you're going in there to conversate and to get to know them and let them get to know you, but let them get to know you, not who you think that you think that they think you want you to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they have, Fiona. I like it. So thank you again for your donation. Many, many blessings to you. I'm excited for you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And let me see, we're down to Mars. So Mars, you want to know what are Jay's intentions? Because you're very interested. Well, let's take a look here and see what Jay feels. And again, thank you guys also for all the thumbs up that you gave the video so far. It helps spread the Zen love. And so thank you for being a part of sending that love out to the world. Call it the tsunami of love. So let's take a look here, Mars. What is going on here? What are Jay's intentions? Okay. So we've got the movement of cups, the Knight of Cups. So there is emotion and there is movement. That's usually represents romance, the romantic, the knight in shining armor. So there is this romance and this, about them. So I feel like that's there, but I feel like there's a block that's here, both energetically and mentally, because the Seven of Swords represents our thoughts, our beliefs, and our mindsets. These, and I love the raccoons, the thief, though, our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are stealing opportunities from us. There's fears that he has. And then also, or they have, the Seven of Wands represents, it can be an energetic block, but more so this is, with this combination, I feel like they fear being attacked from others. Like there's, um, it's interesting. I'm trying to put it into words because they're showing me and I'm feeling it. It's like I see someone and I know that like they're I would say a good catch. They're someone who stands out, who gets people's attention. But because of my insecurities and my mindsets, I'm like, well, I don't know if can I go do that? Can I go pursue them? Can I give them what they're looking for? Are other people going to be like, what are you doing with them? You know, and I feel like that's all the stuff that's going on inside of them there. So they're working through that. There's nothing you can do about that except be you and maybe show your interest. Because the more you do that, then the more it balances things out. Yeah, because here's the King of Cups, which is balancing of heart and mind. So that's what they needs to happen within them. They've got the emotions that are inside, but their mind is what is kind of holding them back. Nope, nope, you can't go there. And so that's what's happening right now. So I don't know if let me see here, anything about will they take action? Will they overcome this? Well, got the Hermit card. I feel like they're turned more inward than they do outward. So what after they go this inner journey, will anything happen? I got the Four of Wands. They do stabilize energy with their innards, but and we got the disappointment card, the heartbreak card that comes after that. So I don't feel like they really, whatever this, I feel like this is what caused this in the past, and this is what's keeping them. It must have been some deep, deep cuts in their heart to have them so uh, more willing to turn inward and go hermiting than to go outward and go galloping. So, yeah, all you can do is let them go through their journey. And if you're waiting for them and you're really interested in them, work on your self-love because it's your vibration, raising your self-love vibration that will attract individuals into your life to match that vibration. And if you're attracting people that are hurting, then you look in the mirror and go, how am I hurting? Because if I'm drawing these people, these mirrors in, it's to show you about yourself too. So that's what they got for you, Mars. So hopefully that helps there. All right. Easy breezy. You guys are funny. All right. Moving on down the list here. All right. You are welcome, Joy. And Dee Dee, you are welcome. Very good, Fiona. Excited, excited. All right. So, Mrs. Sweet Like Honey, you are up next. So, as odd as it sounds, will he pay? All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around this situation here? All right. So, with all of this, I mean, we've got the Hanged Man and the Knight of Pentacles that comes in. It means it is. Oh, I guess I should have the bat hang upside down. Like that's an interesting bat. But it is, things are turning upside down. There you go. But both of these are about things take time to unfold. And while things are unfolding, though, there's an important thing to look at. And we're always encouraged when we have situations going on. The Hermit card is us turning inward and connecting higher. Connecting to our higher self allows us to see things from a different perspective, which is also the Hanged Man. We see things from a different perspective. And So when we realize that everything unfolds for us, you've got the full card here, which does mean new beginnings and new adventures, but it represents your soul. And if you look at your soul as this eternal being who um, is trying to understand itself, it's exploring itself because we are huge and expansive, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. And to understand ourselves, we come down here. Like I talk about this tapestry a lot. If it was all the beige, you wouldn't see a design at all. If it was all black, you wouldn't see any of the design. But because we come down here and experience our shadow, we're able to see this being of who we really are here. And we see ourselves more clearly. And so, our the journey here, I mean, you have the movement of cups, which is the king of cups. All the knights have a quest. It searches after the holy grail, the ace of cups. We're seeking love when we come down here because we come down to experience the opposite of who we are. We're beings of unconditional love, and we come down here to experience conditional love. We're beings of love and joy and peace and laughter. We come down and experience chaos and sadness and all these fears, all this negative energy, like you're talking about. So the perspective that we look at and how it changes here is, when we're looking at um, how someone mistreats us and the negativity they send to us, and the power of how you stood up too is great, right? And when it says it's inescapable and it's affecting you, one, it is affecting you. Um, and Is it inescapable? No, it's not inescapable because they are the ones that are just having actions, but we are the ones that are putting the story of what it means and the emotion we want to feel as we go through it. We are choosing that, not that. It's affecting us. Yeah, it affects my emotional choice, and my mental choice impacts me, not anyone else. I am deciding how it impacts me. I think it's James Allen that said, um, it's not the situation that defines how it's going to impact someone, because the same situation impacts people very, very differently. So it's not the situation that determines how to impact someone, it's the person going through it that impacts, um, determines how it impacts them as they're going through it. And what happens with all of this, when we realize with your higher self that you are a powerful being who chose this interaction with this individual on purpose for you, we transform from why is this happening to me to why did I want this to happen for me? One, so you can have the strength where I don't have to take this, I get to stand up for myself. And then when people are, having this actions of fear because they are acting up out of fear. Every moment is either an emotion of unconditional love or of the fear of losing conditional love. It's a choice of a story of unconditional love or a story of the fear of losing conditional love. And when our little child goes into fight or flight mode, when it feels uncomfortable or unsafe, it sounds an alarm, and the adult who is compassionate and loving and intelligent and caring, it gets pushed out of our brain, and then I call it a cat mind. The cat mind goes in, like you see. Yeah, so it goes into like this mode and it uh, hisses and attacks, it hisses and runs away. And um it acts that way. It just wants to feel safe again and in control again. And that's what this person that, um, you know, when they mistreated you, they were just treating you because they were panicking in fear. Like when you swim out to rescue someone who's drowning, and they're panicking, and we get too close and they smack us upside the head. Then they see us and they grab onto us and pull us under the water, and we're going, why are they hurting me and why are they trying to drown me? Well, they're panicking. It's not personal. They are acting out of fear. And because they're acting out of fear, that sometimes, of course, activates us and we act out of fear. And what happens when two cats are in fear? It's a cat fight, or they both scatter and run the other way, or one chases after each other, trying to get away. And that's what's happening here is that they are just acting out of fear, and then we are acting out of fear. And once I realized that, oh, this isn't about me, like when that drowning person, you get them to shore, you see, once they feel safe, the intelligent, loving, caring person returns, right? And when you stood up to him, that scared him. And that's what made him, and that's why it's, if you replace negativity with fear. So, you know, when he treated you with fear and he keeps sending fear energy your way, all because you stood up to him, what I am fearing him, I'm fearing his actions. And so he's already paying for it on the inside because he's in fear and his body's in fight or flight mode. And you are paying for your fear on the inside. There's this I want to read just real quick here, and this is for everyone. Anyway, this helps everyone. So I appreciate your patience because Spirit is wanting everyone to hear this. So it talks about forgiveness and says forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that we're separate. All wounds stem from the illusion of separation from source and all creation. On the other side, we're a big bubble, a big sea of drops of unconditional love. We all are together. But when we come down here and we see people as separate, that we're not all on this together. We're not all, we're all searching for love. We all have dreams. But when we're in fear, we all act stupid. It's what happens. That's where wounds come from. And it says you don't need to forgive the action, just the person, so that you can be at peace. Look at the high price that you pay for being the vessel of anger or fear. It doesn't mean what happened is okay, just that we are no longer willing to carry around pain in response to their actions. When we hold unforgiveness or fear in our hearts, we only punish ourselves after all. But angels can help us release unforgiveness if we ask for their assistance. So we can ask for Spirit to help us release those things too. So hopefully that higher perspective of what's happening helps us step out of the cat mind, the hissing cat, into our loving, caring self going, oh, when someone acts that way, when someone's acting like a hissing cat and attacking or whatever they're doing, unloving and unintelligent, it's because they're in fear. They're a little 2-year-old child in fear, feeling unsafe and out of control. And that's why they're acting the way they are. And then if we recognize, oh, this is activating my inner child because I feel unsafe or out of control, then I can start looking at things differently, look at them differently, the situation, but more importantly, you begin to look at yourself differently. So that's what they have for you, Miss Sweet Like Honey. Hopefully that helped there. You hang in there. We're sending you lots of love and light. All right. So we'll continue going down here. I'm only going to be on a few more moments here. So if you do want to make sure, actually, I'm so close to the bottom here, might be getting through everyone. So Renard, you want to know, is Nicola having an affair with another man? Ooh, okay, let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. All right. Is Nicola having an affair? Whoa. Okay. Let's see what this is here. I don't. We have the Hanged Man here, which is all about patience and seeing things from a higher perspective. The Judgment card is your higher self, seeing things from a higher perspective. And you got the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands, which is your higher self. So there's all this higher self stuff here. um, Seeing things from this perspective, from up above. Because the Queen of Wands, I feel like this is Nicola, which is, fiery individual, very much vibrant and gets things done. Also connects to spirit, and um, I feel like this is you and them, and I don't get anything here that they're having an affair. I just feel like they are very motivated and they're wanting this to express their fire. And so I feel like there's this need to ignite both of your fires again, because of both of those. Yeah. Yeah, because there's the Two of Wands, which is, you know, decision. There's a decision point for you to make here. And the Five of Wands, it just feels like I just feel like this is the passion I was talking about. Five is a change of energy, moving from fear to love. And I feel like that needs to happen here. It's like now's the time. A decision needs to be made to ignite the passion between you two again. Or why be in it, because I feel like there's the fire has gone out. And because you're a king, like you're the King of Wands, and they're the Queen of Wands. And it's like, if there's no fire, you rule over fire, and if there's no fire, what are you ruling over? Why even together? And so they're saying it's time to look into reigniting the fire between you. But I don't feel nothing came out in the cards anyway about about that at all there. Yeah, and you got wish fulfillment coming in here. Innocence of Swords, which is Page of Swords, new communication. I feel like you guys need to talk about your wish fulfillment, communicate, new communication with each other about what do you want in life? What is your passion? What what do you both want out of life? What's your dream? And share your dreams, because it's important. A time for now. I don't feel an affair, but I feel like it's time to reignite that, or why you guys together is kind of what I feel. So that's what they have for you, Renard. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Hey, Misha. Hello, hello. All right. And so you got to know someone has evil eyes on you, and she's your own relative. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you for your kind words there too, Misha. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say here. I know that we are powerful, supernatural beings, and that no one can really do anything to us. The example they give um, that helped me, because I always wondered, can people put curses on me, or can people impact me? And they're like, people can only convince you to give your power to them. And they gave me an example of a vampire coming to a door, and they knock on the door. And in this example, you have to invite them in order for them to be able to come into your house, right? And so you look through the peephole, you see it's a vampire, and you can just go like, go away, I don't want any. So that's one option. Or we can open the door and go, yes. And they're like, I invite me in. And you're like, no, I'm not going to. And then slam the door on them, right? Or we open the door and they're like, "Invite me in," and you're like, "I don't want to," and, like, "You're supposed to invite me in," and we're like, "Okay." We invite them in and then, we're their feeding bag. Or, we're like, "No, you can't come in," and they convince you by saying, "Well, according to the rules, if you don't invite me in," they're showing you this rule book with in their handwriting. "If you don't invite me in, you have to give me 2 pints of your blood. So here's the bags." So, they throw them in and go, "Okay." So, I'm waiting, and if we're like, "Oh, okay," and we go and take 2 pints of blood and give it to them, and then they, stick a straw in and drink it and go, "Okay, give me 2 more." We're giving away our energy. We could have just not even answered the door, slammed the door in their face or whatever, but we're the ones that give them the power. No one has the power over us. So, you know, um, we might be you might be picking up on people's energies that they're feeling in their lives, or that the fear, that energy they have, because you're sensitive and you have that ability to pick up other people's emotions, but it's not doesn't it cannot impact you unless you allow it to. So that is what they have. I'm trying to pull cards here, but oh yeah, and they have the Ace of Cups. So you are just a barrel of love. All you have to do is allow that beautiful love to come down, fill you up, and overflow out. And no one can impact you unless you let them. You know, we can make it harder or easier for people to choose love or fear, but we're the only ones that have the power to choose what emotion we feel and what story we put to any situation. So we're the ones in control and power of our life, no one else. So that's what they have for you, Misha. They're just like, you have the power. You have the power. So I like it. All right. Let me take a look here. That was that one. That was that one. We did that one. All right. So Nikita Shudari, you want to know, does Mr. Tetral, do they love you? Yes or no? Okay. We'll do that here. A yes or no. They have passion for you. They're attracted to you sexually, but not love. And that's what we have. If you want a quick answer, if you want more, we can check another day, because we are at the 2.5 hour mark. Let me just take a look here. We took care of Fiona. You're welcome, VD. Lisa. All right. Lisa and Toshi, you're my last two. I'm at 2.5 hours, but since you're my last two, I'm at the bottom of the list. We're going to take care of you because I love you. So, Eliza, uh, current feelings of R towards you. Okay. Interesting. Okay. A little bit more here. Okay. Wow. So, well, it looks like they've had a lot going on in their life, huh? Because they've got a lot of heartache they were carrying around. I mean, you've got the disappointment, the expectations equal disappointment card. You've got the Five of Cups, which was they were crying over spilt cups, pain of the past. They were really focused in on their pain before. So whatever, if this is you guys that you had this heartbreak on, because you've got the Eight of Cups, oops, and the Eight of Pentacles here, which I feel like if this was what happened between you guys, they're leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve them. And they're headed out, because the Eight of Pentacles is also about moving out in the outside world. So if you guys had some uh, disappointments and some emotional trauma that happened between you guys, they're leaving it behind and they're moving forward, which I kind of feel is what happened there. Um, If for some reason I'm tired and I'm not hearing it correctly, which 2.5 hours, it's like bzz, bzz, the human's starting to fade. If it's not that, then it's they had this in the past and they are leaving that behind and then they're moving forward with you. So if you guys had this breakup or heartbreak or disappointment with each other, they're on their way out. If this was their past and this is what was causing problems and they weren't moving forward with you before, then they are. They're leaving that behind and they're moving towards you. So it's one or the other. And and I'm not getting an I feel it's more the first with there's been heartbreak between you guys and he's on his way out. But if I'm wrong, I apologize, and it's the second. But that's what the cards say. It's one or the other, whichever one, you know which one fits for you. So that's what they have. You are welcome, Pooja Gupta. All right, Toshi, you are my final reading for this evening, and you'd like today's divine guidance message. And I am going to go to the divine guidance book. You want divine guidance? Well, boom, I have a deck for you. And I call these fractal imaging. I call them the spiritual inkblot test because it is fractal images. So whatever you see in the picture is a special message for you. And then whatever I'll read from the book as well. So here you go, Toshi. Got this beautiful card. Card number 17. And it's called Empowerment. And this card shows a gentle yet powerful opening and energy flow of the third chakra, the power center, the solar plexus chakra. Through your own willingness to stand tall and be all of who and what you are meant to be, you naturally vibrate a dynamic energy that has a positive and empowering effect on others. Through your own acts of self-kindness and self-love, you have given yourself permission to shine a gentle and loving strength. And this is exactly what the world needs right now. You are giving the gift of self-empowerment to everyone you meet. So please know that the inner work and the self-love that you've been having is flowing, is being seen, it is impacting people. So keep shining bright, Toshi. The world needs that bright, bright love. So thank you so very much, everyone, for all the thumbs up that you've given the video, all your lovely comments, your beautiful energy, and for subscribing. All of those things just help spread the Zen love to the world. And I'm so, so very grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for your thirst and seeking after messages from spirit. And I feel so honored that you allowed me to do that for you tonight. I will be back tomorrow night, and be sure to check out the playlists. There's weekly energy updates, monthly readings, solstice readings. January monthlies are starting to come out. And just wonderful wonderfulness. So hope you guys had an amazing day, amazing night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, we'll see you soon and have a great night. Take care.